When hope leaves the market, terrible things happen. You must be able to track hope. And when hope is increasing in the market, incredible things happen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to track hope. Stay tuned. This is really important information to know. When there is hope in financial markets, stocks and crypto do exceptionally well. But when hope comes out of the market, stocks and crypto do exceptionally badly. Tracking hope is therefore very important. That's why I just developed CTKS Market Hope Analysis. We can see hope is starting to bottom out, starting to curl around, and we've seen crypto hope increasing. Stock hope increasing. The S&P 500 is quite overextended at the moment, but that doesn't mean it can't get even more overextended. We know that to synchronize in with the market, we must do three-dimensional risk management. Part of that 3D risk management is understanding that stocks and any particular chart can keep on going up and not have the pullback we expect. That pullback may happen when we least expect it. To know when hope is turning around, we must look into the structure of the Tier 1 charts, as well as the Tier 2 and Tier 3 charts. Looking at the NASDAQ, we can see upward positive momentum, and when we pop on our smart money indicator, we can see that around that 14,414, the NASDAQ is coming into resistance, but there is support around 14,207. Knowing where smart money is buying and selling is incredibly important. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. With our CTKS indicator, we can see the S&P 500 rallied up. Now it's facing a stiff amount of overhead resistance from that 4570 up to 4572, another level, 45 nearly 73, up to 4579. When price comes up like this and it's got a lot of overhead resistance, it's very typical to see a pullback. That's why we must know where smart money is buying and selling. If you're liking the content so far, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification icon so you don't miss a thing. And if you're new to the community, a very warm welcome, and you might just like to say hi in the comments so we can welcome you. In today's news from the Wall Street Journal, Tesla's profit jumps 20% despite price cuts. From Bloomberg, Tesla price cuts squeeze its industry-leading profits. From investing.com, Tesla drives in Q2 results beat as margin tops estimates despite price cuts. Tesla books record revenue of $24.9 billion with margins declining after price cuts. Tesla did very well in the past trading session. It blew through resistance levels, but the problem with resistance levels, they're like inverted safety nets. They accumulate and they have gravitational force. We can see Tesla's price has been slingshotted down. Tesla closed at $291.13 and is just post-trading at around that 286 mark. Students of the CTKS method understand that when you have fresh air gaps, especially with negative momentum, price can collapse down very quickly. So that leaves us with the next support level around that 283.91 mark. Looking at NVDA, we can see NVDA playing out a very different pattern. Why is this? Because CTKS structure overrides. When price comes into very heavy structural resistance or support areas, it tends to gravitationally get biased towards them. And we've seen NVIDIA move up from one very strong gravitational field up to another. It's just like physics. For NVIDIA, keep your eye on the 473.35 mark. NVIDIA closed out at 470.66 and is trading post at 469.37. Chairman of the Securities Exchange Commission, Gary "I will protect everybody from profiting" Gensler, is now after AI. There seems to be a common thread. Everywhere that Gary looks is a land of opportunity, but not to the retail investor. We're seeing the same playbook just play out on AI that Gary used to play out on crypto. To get in, Synchronization with the markets, you need to do active learning. From what you've just seen, do you feel that stock hope is on the way up or on the way down? Please let me know in the comments. The next FOMC meeting is coming up very soon on the 26th of July. Currently, there's a 99.8% probability of a 25 basis point increase in the federal funds rate. We've been tracking this for a while. Literally 1 month ago, there was a near 75% probability of a 25 basis point increase. In news today, the DXY gains as the pound tumbles on cooling UK inflation. Commodities are very sensitive to movements in the DXY and especially the DXY plus yields. We've seen recently gold has absolutely rallied because the DXY has been crumbling. Yields have been crumbling. This has led to a suppression in the VIX and an increase in junk bonds, fueling market rallies across the board. From CNBC, gold stalls near 8-week highs on Fed pause hopes. We follow the statistics in market and we haven't seen any hope of a Fed pause in over a month. Yesterday, the new news was gold advances over 1% as traders bet on Fed pause. Yesterday's news, gold hit 7-week high as the ECB and BOC signal inflation wins. All financial markets and therefore all charts are intercorrelated and interconnected. When we look at the US 2-year yield, are we, in terms of price or percent in this case, are we under a lot of smart money resistance or are we getting supported? The US 2-year yield has been marked up, support and resistance since 1988 with the indicator. So just let's pop that on. Oh, this is not looking good. We have a huge amount of support underneath current price, the current variable. What this means is that this particular percentage rate is well supported for upside price momentum, or in this case, yield momentum. We know that the DXY and yields will play out on the stock market, on your beloved stocks, also on the crypto market. This is why Tier 1 charts and Tier 2 charts are really important to look at. A lot of times people can't get synchronized in with the market because they don't look at enough charts. The US 10-year yield has been marked up with the CTKS method since 1912, and that's all baked into this little indicator. What are we looking at here? Are yields just reaching a support level? Are they under resistance for the 10-year? That's the critical thing to know. What do we see here? 10-year yields had a fresh air gap and moved down very quickly. We were talking about this in Tesla's price as well. The interpretation is always the same. If you get negative momentum between an upper resistance, a smart money resistance SL level, and a lower one, you can actually see the price will come down. In this case, yields will come down very, very dramatically until they're caught by multiple safety nets. That's what's happening here right at the moment with the US 10-year. If yields and the dollar do a technical bounce up, what can we see happening and playing out with silver? We would expect this 25.08 mark and possibly down to the 25.07. We have smart money resistance playing out at 25.18, and you can see how this has been obeyed. Silver's price has been marked up with the CTKS method since 1802. If you would like to get your hands on these indicators, just pop across to ctksmethod.org. Gold has been marked up with the CTKS method since 1833. And what do we notice with gold? Gold did a very, very beautiful rally up. But where is smart money buying or selling? Are we seeing that we're at support levels or are we under resistance? How will this play out if the DXY shoots up, the US 2-year, the US 10-year shoot up? What would happen to gold then? Let's pop on the CTKS indicator. This is not too bad. Gold is currently 1977. And we can see there's support at that 1974, 1970, and 1966 level. When looking at the DXY, just over the past 24 hours, we can see the DXY is just flattening out. Will the DXY start to spike up, or will it continue down? To get synchronized in with the markets, which is really important because you get paid for synchronization, you need to do active learning. Active learning is really thinking about what things can happen, how the charts are intercorrelated and interconnected. In the comments on YouTube, please let me know, what do you think will happen with the DXY, the US 2-year, the US 10-year, and hence gold and silver, but that will also flow through to the major indices and stocks. Also, how does this play out on stock hope, crypto hope, bond and debt hope? To get synchronized in, you must look very far and very wide. When we look at crypto, it's very important to look at total crypto market cap. Total crypto market cap gives us a very powerful and very fast timing signal. The question is total under resistance, or is it at or above support? If total crypto market cap is under a lot of resistance, we would expect a sell down. If total crypto market cap is above support, we could get a pullback, but support being there gives us a lot of safety nets. Of course, this depends on how strong those particular smart money support levels are, or SLs. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. vows to back the US dollar with Bitcoin if elected president, as well as making Bitcoin profits exempt from capital gains tax. When you see the world's largest asset managers filing their spot Bitcoin ETFs and presidential candidates talking about Bitcoin and crypto, you know crypto's time has come. All charts and markets are intercorrelated and interconnected. Where is smart money buying and selling when it comes to Bitcoin, which has been marked up since 2009 through the CTKS method? Monthly service indicator. Let's pop that on and have a look. I'm just going to overlay these lines so it's a bit easier for you to see. We can see that there's a lot of smart money support between 29,560 and 29,647, and this particular area was tapped a little while ago. We had a bit of a rally up, and we're having a bit of a retracement now, but we're very close to that gravitational level of 29,945. Bitcoin is currently 29,866. I'll zoom out to the hourly to give you an understanding of how to read this particular diagram. When you see a price hitting an SL, if it's not going above, it's going below. If it goes below, it's seeking to go to the next one. If it goes above, it's seeking to go to the one above it. What's the one above it? It's called an SL, or Stanfield level. Why is it called that? It's called an SL because normal support and resistance levels are typically drawn up under recent indicative price and story-based analysis. They're not drawn from all of price history. These lines are drawn from 2009 using a very specific and scientific methodology. And that's all captured inside the indicator. If we get negative price momentum in Bitcoin, we would expect Bitcoin to come down and revisit this 29,630 to 29,647. If we get a consolidation action, we would expect Bitcoin to just hover around this 29,945 mark. But if we see total crypto market cap starting to take off, we would expect Bitcoin to move up to the next SL level, which is 30,413. Crypto is taking on the financial world. And of course, the existing infrastructure, the banking industry, doesn't like DeFi. Bipartisan bill to regulate DeFi, decentralized finance, crypto security risks introduced into US Senate. The same playbook is always used when introducing new legislation. It's to stop illicit financial transactions. But the truth is, it's there to protect existing industry. Tightening up KYC and AML regulations, which is Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering, is proposed for decentralized finance, or DeFi, through the CAN-C Act, which is the Crypto Asset National Security Enhancement and Enforcement Act, and it's being proposed by United States Senator Jack Reed. We need to keep our eye on how this impacts the DeFi sector. In the past 24 hours, XRP did incredibly well. Why do we need to know where smart money is buying or selling? Why don't we just guess by looking at the chart? Because when you know where smart money is buying and selling and how much they're buying and selling in terms of pressure, you can predict these kind of turnarounds. It's very important to know this kind of information. XRP is currently trading at 81,657. We know no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. As Bitcoin moves, so too does the entire crypto market. What are we seeing with Ethereum? It's moving in directional alignment with Bitcoin. What about XRP? Also moving in alignment. BNB moving in alignment. Solana the same. We're noticing particular strength in ADA. That's why we come down, we zoom down, because we want to see what is strong and what is not. Also, Doge is looking quite strong. You can see it's not getting pulled down to the same degree. And Matic is also looking strong. We use this as a timing signal. The SEC brought an enforcement action against Coinbase, saying that Flow, Matic, Solana, Axie Infinity, ICP, Sand Chiliz, Voyager, Nexo, Dash, Filecoin, and Near were all securities. With the victory that XRP has had against the SEC, that throws into question if these are in fact securities or not. Gary, protecting investors from profiting at any time. Gensler wants to classify everything as a security. And now we also know he's going after protecting investors from profiting in AI. Personally, to me, that makes AI very, very attractive. We have an inverse Kramer indicator, Jim Cramer. Funny guy. When he gets on his show, basically what he says, you typically do the opposite of, and you do really well. But of course, not always. When you look at Gary Gensler, if Gary is going after something, that's where the profits are, and he doesn't want you to have them. Hence, why we are calling these Coinbase rockets. We're keeping our eye on these because these could absolutely rocket up. Of course, the crypto market does need to find support and it does need to rally. In crypto news today, multiple spot crypto ETF applications go to Federal Register in a step towards SEC approval. Now the SEC has up to 240 days or until March 2024 for final approval or denial. The question is, do you know what 4 tokens, 4 cryptos have institutional backing as not being securities right this minute? If you said, yeah, that's the stuff on the EDX exchange, namely Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, you're spot on the money. There's something interesting happening with Litecoin. Do you know what it is? If you said, yes, the Litecoin is having a halving and it's about 13 days away, you are on the money. Just in, Litecoin whales have bought over 590,000 Litecoin in the last 48 hours, worth around 59 million. When do whales buy? Do they buy as price is going up or do they buy as price is coming down? Please let me know in the comments. It's a really important answer to know and to understand as well. When looking across the crypto market, we can see that Bitcoin is just up slightly, up 0.19%. Something also to note, when XRP comes up, Stellar usually comes up with it. It might be good to keep this on your radar. If you've seen any other interesting relationships, please let us know inside the comments. Another relationship which is pretty cool as well, XRP and ADA have been showing a lot of strength together. The greatest gainers in the past 24 hours, top 100, Stellar, Optimism, Maker, XDC, HBAR, XRP, BSV, BIT and ADA. Another helpful association for you, BSV tends to come up with XRP and Stellar, at least of late. The greatest losers top 100, 1inch, FXS, Sui, Rocket Pool, Comp, Ton, Gala, Mina, and Atom. Or in English, Atom. It's good to remember that several days ago, 1inch was in the greatest gainers list as well as Compound. Just keep these movements of waves in your mind. Price is always moving in a wave, and that is rule 4. And here you see a Ken FT from OpenSea. Kate and I are here 7 days a week to help you to become more of a financial and emotional blessing to yourself and those you love. I want to thank Arjan for his comment in yesterday's video. I hope this video has helped you, my friend. Kate and I are so grateful that we're sharing this journey with you. Together, we're all navigating the complexity of financial markets. As Fab said, we have an incredible global family. We're here to support each other through kindness and gratitude. If you're new, a very warm welcome. And of course, welcome back, CTKS family. If you would like a deeper dive on something, please reach out and let me know in the comments. If you're going through a life pullback at the moment, please know that our love and healing thoughts are with you. You're not alone. Always seek to focus on your strength. Many events in life can weaken us, but through positive excellence, we can cope with those events really, really well. A big thank you to everybody who commented and watched. Let's rewind and look at hope again as part of your active learning. After looking through the stock market, crypto, forex, commodities, where do you think hope is going? Do you think it will still increase, or do you think it will come down? More importantly, what are your three-dimensional risk management plans for every eventuality? Please let me know in the comments. This is really important to understand. Remember to focus on your synchronization, because the markets pay you when you're synchronized. If you're desynchronized, the markets get paid. If you end up paying the markets through a loss, please remember to try to convert that loss into a valuable lesson. A lesson that you can control. That's why, as part of the CTKS Creed, we say, I win or learn and never blame. Because when it comes to creating rules, we need to be able to control the outcome. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.